Hey everyone, so this is going to be the part 2 review of the Dell 27-inch monitor that I have here, the model number S2715H, and this is it over here on the side. And before I noticed there was a lot of problems with really the glare factor on here, and I want to show you what it looks like with the glare. So this one, I've got the same HD image on both of these. These aren't HD monitors, but the one we're looking at right now is the LG 27-inch E2742, and then over here is the 24-inch Asus VE247H. And I've had both of these monitors, this pair here, for a long time. They're great monitors. They're a little bit faded, I think. The color's good on them, but honestly, the color on the 27-inch over here, the Dell, is much better. The problem, though, is the glare, and as you can see in the background there, you can really tell that there's a lot of glare. You can actually see the moon of the other two monitors that's reflecting off. So it's a good monitor, but it's not a great monitor, and that's really because of the reflection here. And this is just running off a Raspberry Pi, and that's, it's fairly good. The computer system it's running doesn't really matter. It's really the image that we're looking at here. Now it's not the full resolution because the Raspberry Pi is running it on. It's just kind of getting outside of it, so it'll get bigger, really. You don't have to worry about that edge. The bezel is actually extremely thin, so when you see it with another system on it, it looks great. And I'll do that in a little bit here. But as you kind of back away, you tend to notice more of that glare a little bit. And the trouble I usually have is with this window right here. It's a south-facing window, and it's not bad. It's good, but when I have the blinds down, and between that and the monitor over here, it can be kind of frustrating. So I tend to keep those blinds closed. During midday or when the sun is directly coming in on that window, it does get a little bit too much. And as you can see, since it's getting just enough reflection between the two other monitors and this one, it makes it almost unbearable sometimes. You might get used to it. Depends on how much frustration you're willing to really put up with it, or if you can kind of ignore those colors. I personally don't like that reflection at all. So it's really a big pitfall. Otherwise, the colors are actually a lot better than these two. Side-by-side comparison, when I look at them, the colors on this one, on the Dell, are just much better than the LG. But the LG is matte. I don't see any reflection on this. Same with the Asus model. No reflections, but the colors just are not as good as we look at them. So direct sunlight just kind of sucks on it. Any type of real reflection on there kind of sucks. I've got some LEDs behind my desk that help ease my eyes a little bit when staring at it, because if we have this overlay light here, it tends to get on there, and you can even see a little bit of the blue keyboard there. It's reflecting. You can get this. It's got a little bit of the reflection of the blue keyboard here, which is just an LED backlit keyboard. Which is, see, you can't even have it. If this keyboard right here was in front, it would be even worse. So it's not so bad. And the same with like this light here. So I've got an LED light. I can put it on here to help me work, but I have to put it behind here quite a bit to make it so I don't really abuse the screen too much. That helps a lot with the glare, and I tend to turn it down like that. So to conclude the kind of review here, if you're going to have this monitor in a dark space with not a lot of light, perfect monitor. If it's going to be anywhere else, like it's not in a basement, it might not be the monitor for you. Over the last year, as I've used it, I haven't had that many problems with it, but it might work better if I was sitting over here and working at this desk here, which I haven't done in quite a while. But that might work well where that whiteboard is there. So anyway, I think that's about it for the monitor. I think a rating, I give it 8 stars out of 10. Otherwise, it works great. The The sound on it sucks, but what do you expect? You know, I've used the USB speakers on it that just connect right in. That's terrible. But, you know, I didn't expect them to be great in the beginning. What I do like about it, though, is that I use the USB hub quite a bit on it. So I just have one USB cable coming into it. It connects the keyboard and the mouse. Makes the table management a little bit easier. I haven't cleaned that up in quite a while because I'm moving some stuff around. I got a new monitor arm I'm going to mount it on today. And then we'll do that. The other thing I don't like about it is and this is my own fault, is that it doesn't come with a VGA port on it. Actually, I think it does. Yeah, it does come with a VGA port. What does it not come with? I believe it was like a... If I can just pull this off, because that's on there. I believe it was the DVI port it didn't come with. And that was a bit frustrating at first because, you know, there's a lot of, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just that everything else has DVI, and you're going to have to be conscious what you hook it up to. So, like, you know, this computer over here, which I have, it does have HDMI and DVI ports on it, but, you know, I tend to use the DVI a little more. It's not really a big deal. Just have to be conscious of that when you're hooking things up and buying cables. For some people it might be a bigger deal than not, depending on what kind of video card you have or legacy video cards that you have. I have some really old stuff, and sometimes I need to hook it up, you know, especially when you have something like a couple old servers that require, you know, some really old monitors or something like that we have. It just depends, or something like that. Another Raspberry Pi down there. You know, it's up to you. So anyway, I hope that this review was helpful for you guys in deciding to buy this monitor. Will I buy this again? No. Do I like to have matching pairs of monitors? Absolutely. What I was looking for in the monitor, and maybe, I don't know, if I was setting it up differently and I was over on the other desk there, I might, if it came down to a certain price point, like $100 or, you know, $150. And the reason being is because I really want to have a matching set for a pair of monitor arms. So I'm getting the new Ergotron that's back here, and I have this older monitor arm, but it's not very functional. It's just not that great. But I'm getting the 2-arm one to help set up these, and I'll move this single one over here for this guy to make it a little bit easier and, you know, more ergonomic. Thanks, Ergotron. But I think that's about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what your thoughts and comments are in the comment section. I'll leave links to each one of these monitors online in the comment section. And let me know if you have any more questions. Thanks.